Welcome to Asian Star Trend. I'm Hannah, and today we've got some hot and trending news to share with you. A love that whispered and the internet listened. Long and Yang Miemie's unexpected romance captivates a generation in a digital age dominated by viral trends and fleeting headlines. It's rare for a story to quietly pierce the noise and leave a lasting impression. But that's exactly what Long and Yang Miemie's love story has done. Without flashy announcements or overproduced content, their connection surfaced naturally and the internet hasn't stopped talking since. At first, it was just a moment, a glance, a shared laugh behind the scenes, a subtle gesture captured off camera. But sometimes, that's all it takes. Audiences weren't just watching two actors fall in love on screen, they were witnessing something real blossom beyond the lens. The emotional undercurrent was undeniable, and suddenly, what seemed like just another celebrity pairing turned into a cultural moment. In an era where authenticity is rare, their quiet affection reminded millions that true love doesn't always scream. Sometimes, it simply shows up, stays present, and holds space. This wasn't just entertainment. It was a reminder that tenderness still exists, that subtlety can be powerful, and that even amidst a storm of content, real emotion still finds its way through. What viewers gained wasn't just a sweet love story, it was hope. Hope that genuine connection still matters, that soft moments still shine, and that sometimes, the most touching stories are the ones whispered, not shouted. No flash, just forever. Long and Yang Miemie's silent confession shakes the internet today. The digital world stood still, not for a scandal, not for a trailer drop, but for love. Real, raw, unmistakably sincere love. Without fanfare or filters, Long and Yang Miemie quietly confirmed what fans had long hoped. They are, truly, together. No scripted speeches. No glamorous red carpet. Just a short, breath-stealing video. Long and Zai kneeling, Yang Miemie nodding through her tears, a sun setting softly behind them, and the sound of held breaths and thudding hearts. Within seconds, comment sections lit up like fireworks. It was as if millions watched the same moment and felt it at the same time, a collective heartbeat across the internet. Some laughed through tears, others cried while smiling. But all agreed, this wasn't a scene from an idol drama. It was better, it was real. And perhaps that's what made it so powerful. No special effects, no media campaign, just one look from Long to Miemie, and the world melted. A look that said, it's always been you. In an entertainment industry clouded with staged moments and fleeting headlines, this was different. This was a quiet miracle. A small boat of sincerity that, after braving waves of speculation, finally reached the shore. And for a moment, everyone watching believed again in timing, in destiny, in love that doesn't need to shout to be heard. This time, I'm not acting. Long and Yang Miemie turned fiction into forever. At the precise moment Long reached out and gently took her hand, the message was clear, not spoken, not scripted, but deeply felt. This time, I'm not acting. This is real. For longtime fans, it wasn't shocking, it was simply confirmation of what their hearts already knew. Over the course of multiple collaborations, Long and Yang Miemie had ignited sparks too natural, too emotionally layered to be just performance. Whether it was a lingering gaze that lingered a second too long, a half-smile that seemed too tender to fake, or off-screen interactions that radiated warmth, the signs had always been there. Fanmade CP compilations had quietly gone viral, some racking up over 10 million views. One viral comment joked, "This isn't a love lesson, it's a sledgehammer to the heart." Another simply read, "We weren't delusional. We were right." From passionate drama scenes to casual, unrehearsed moments on variety shows, and even fleeting gestures at public events, viewers gradually saw the line between acting and reality blur. These weren't just good co-stars. These were two people building something real, brick by brick, glance by glance. In an age of orchestrated publicity and polished romance tropes, Long and Yang Miemie's story feels like a revelation. Love, when honest, doesn't need announcement. It just needs a moment, and for millions watching, that moment finally came. Quiet, true, unforgettable. I like you, too. Long and Yang Miemie's love confession becomes a global phenomenon, and now, after years of whispered rumors and hidden glances, they finally said it out loud, not with grand declarations, but with sincerity that echoed across the world. Thank you for waiting for me. Now I can finally say it, I like you, too. With those unspoken words, Yu Long and Yang Miemie turned speculation into certainty, and admiration into something even deeper. What was once a secret thread between them has become a shared truth for millions. Their quiet miracle of love is now a moment etched in the digital memory of an entire generation. Within hours, the internet ignited not just in China, but across continents. From Southeast Asia to Europe, from Korean fan forums to overseas Chinese communities in the US, the wave of emotion was instant and overwhelming. Hashtags climbed trending charts on Bilibili, Douyin, and Weibo, dominating feeds and timelines. What they gave fans wasn't just a reveal, it was a rekindling of belief in real, unfiltered love. That short proposal video, just seconds long, was enough to move mountains. Yu Long's eyes, full of tenderness. His hands, trembling ever so slightly, as though the weight of this moment could break something precious. Yang Miemie didn't cry. But everyone watching did, because behind every great love story is a truth too pure to fake and a silent promise. Real love still exists. And sometimes, it's just been waiting for the right time to be seen. Not a performance, a promise. How Yu Long and Yang Miemie turned on-screen romance into real-life devotion. Netizens summed it up perfectly. That wasn't acting, that was love. Some emotions are too real for scripts, too raw for direction. And what Yu Long and Yang Miemie gave the world wasn't just a storyline, it was a soul-deep connection that pierced through the screen and into the hearts of millions. Their journey feels like a fairy tale, yet never artificial. Like a screenplay carefully written by time itself, but without a trace of exaggeration. It's this kind of grounded realism that offers something rare in today's media-saturated world. Hope that even in an industry built on illusion, there are still two people willing to love and protect each other with unshakable sincerity. While countless on-screen couples stir momentary fandom excitement, very few have the courage to carry that intimacy into real life, hand in hand. Under the spotlight, showbiz is unforgiving, a pressure cooker of flashing lights and endless speculation. Most celebrities stay silent about personal matters, guarding their hearts behind professionalism. But Yu Long and Yang Miemie chose a different path. The brave one. At the peak of their popularity, they didn't ride the wave for attention. They stood still in the storm and said, "We're real." It wasn't for clout. It wasn't impulsive. Only when their careers had steadied, and their relationship matured, did they choose to speak, not loudly, but clearly. Looking back, from flirtatious drama roles to quiet gestures in variety shows and unguarded smiles backstage, it was always there, a love built slowly, lived authentically. They've taught us that real love isn't a headline, it's a journey, calm, courageous, and deeply committed. And when it arrives, you don't just see it, you feel it. The love that touched the whole internet. Yu Long and Yang Miemie's quiet miracle in a world obsessed with noise and spectacle. Yu Long and Yang Miemie's love arrived like a soft ballad. No dramatic crescendos, no spotlighted declarations. Just quiet harmonies. Just truth. Every glance they share, every unspoken moment, carries a silent promise: only you complete me. Their story wasn't overhyped. It wasn't packaged for clout. And maybe that's why it touched so many, so deeply. Fans, viewers, even casual passers-by couldn't help but leave comments filled with warmth. They made me believe in love again. I don't need to ship any CPs anymore. They're the end game in their hands. Love turns even cold comment sections into places of healing. They didn't offer perfection, just honesty. Not fantasy but faith, and that's why this story has quietly become the most touching legend of 2025. In a time when people hide their feelings behind irony and filters, Yu Long and Yang Miemie lit a light in the fog and reminded us what it means to be brave. So if you've ever smiled through tears watching them, if your heart skipped a beat at their quiet tenderness, like this video, leave a message, subscribe to feel more stories like this, because this isn't just their story, it's ours too, ours to witness, ours to remember, ours to believe in. You deserve a love like theirs, a love that arrives softly but stays bravely. Thank you for being here. See you in the next video, and until then, may every heartbeat bring you closer to someone who looks at you the way Yu Long looks at her.